morning to so many of you that I've known for so many years. I've been part of Unity for, wow, a long time. And yes, I am Mary Maloney, Regnier, Russell, and yes, it's been a very long journey. And I'm still here. And I get words from anybody that knows how to do readings that it'll be a lot longer. So I'm trying to entertain myself while I'm here. Okay? So I'm trying to squeeze in 78 and a half years of, whoa, lots of paths that Spirit called me to. What I'm really bringing to you is the passages that showed me through Spirit what life to death really is. Okay? And in each of those passages, which were rather dreadful, I might add, very, very difficult and extremely dark. And I'll go through some of them with you, but you don't need to know too many gory details. That isn't the message. Honest to God, in every situation, in the depths of alcoholism, in the depths of two sons, in the depths of my husband's, honest to God, I never lost sight of the presence of God. Not once. Isn't that an amazing thing to say?
Yes.
I mean, wouldn't you love? I want to order about 2 trainloads of magic wands, and I'm going to be going through the air and dream states and banging people on the head and go, wake up, because we're here and it's good news, okay? It's just, I have some of the magic wands in my house already. I'm on a search. And it's just because we're so lucky to know what we know in this room. And I just want us to feel that in a really deep place. So, you know, there's I had 2 husbands dying in the past 3 years, and I was attending to them because Spirit asked me to, and I said to Spirit, I don't remember signing up. Don't recall. I thought I was supposed to be in charge of children on this planet, not old people. Okay? Didn't seem to matter. I always get these roars of laughter on the other side. Like, nice try, Mary. Okay? So, I'm telling you, doing some of these things, I have pretty intense, powerful, creative energy. And you have to slow down when people are dying. You don't go racing in and try and save them or fix them. It just doesn't work that way. They're barely breathing. Okay? So, you know, learning in that passage, honest to God, what I'm sharing with you today came through those 3 years of my being slowed down. Look again and see what's real here. From birth to death. Okay? So I found this series, and I had read it years ago, the Toltec Indians, Simplicity, decades ago. They had this simple way of coming to life and show us how to get back to our innocence. Because the fact of the matter is, you were born in innocence. When you came to earth, you were innocent. You did not have the codes, the patterns, the chaos, the beliefs, all that stuff around you. You did not. And so you entered this earthly plane by choice. Sometimes I question that, but I'm here. Okay. And so you enter the world, innocence, but needing something, right? Got to be cared for. So you scan family. You scan and go, what are they doing? You know, how do I get these people attention? Do I cry? Do I smile? What do I do? Okay, right at the beginning, you're scanning. You're totally brilliant as you come in. You know everything. But you're in this little body that can't express anything, so, you know, you cry or you do something. You find out a way that somebody's going to hear you. You get that? The game begins right there, folks. Because if you really go back, you'll see, and that's kind of what we're going to do if we choose to study this at all together. We go back and see how we started into this game and what seemed important to us at the time. So every person in this room, no two people have the same codes about family. You simply don't. And personally, I haven't met any families yet that aren't dysfunctional. Okay? I think it's across the board. I think to live here is dysfunctional. Okay? And, you know, honestly, I'll say it, and this sounds arrogant, but it's not. I died on my first date because I entered and I went, nope, wrong planet, wrong time, I'm out of here, bye. Okay? And I died, but Father Salinas was in the delivery room with my mother and he breathed me back. It took him about 60 years to forgive that guy. And he's a canonized saint, so I better watch what I'm saying, right? But I just wanted you to know that's where the start. So I've been here a long time, Glenn. I thought there might be some intelligence here, but not too sure about that. Okay, so moving right along. Then you go to school. Okay, I don't know about you. I went to Catholic, Baltimore Catechism, sat in my seat. You know, first girl in the family. I was obedient, straight A student. Woo-hoo-hoo. Pick up the game, play the game, right? You want to get straight A's, you want your parents to be proud of you, everybody hooplas at home when you get points or a dime for your A or whatever you did. Okay, the game, do you get it? You just saw it and went, oh, I see, I'm going to do that. Okay, so then we proceed, because what else would you do? What else could you do but what you were seeing? Nothing. Nobody came in with an instruction book that I know of yet. I know people have been searching for it, but we haven't found it yet. Okay, so just think about, I want you to think about your patterns, not what I'm telling you. Think about your patterns that you got into. So then you proceeded into church. Woo, wow. Catholic, whoa, my dad was a fanatic Catholic, and I married somebody that was 3 months to an ordained priest. Have I got Catholic? Have I been feeling Catholic for quite a while? Yes. Okay? I learned guilt. I learned shame. I learned obedience. I learned I was just the little woman. Okay? Cooking pot roast and chocolate chip cookies. Okay? Making men look great, children look great, everybody but one. Okay? Model. Even had 5 kids like my mom. One of hers died, one of mine died. How do you do this? It's a code. It's in you. It's driving you. It's big. That's why I'm saying this to you. It's big. It drives you. No thinking. It just does, okay? And then you know about the business world, and you know the rest of us. You know we're living a huge game. Got that? And you certainly lived it out this week. Big time. We won't talk about that for a second, I promise you. So I just want you to get how complex this is, how deep this is. It's cellular. It's cellular. So it's not so easy to go, okay, I'll say a divine affirmation, oh, I'll disappear. No, I don't think so. I've been saying a lot of aspirations when I was a kid, novenas, rosaries, everything. Didn't do a thing, okay? So the bad news for me, I was really a good Catholic, and I was really obedient. And I'm Betty Crocker. I know how to cook. These people were lucky, really lucky, that I was around. And I'd drive kids to school and back, put my husband through law school. Everybody was doing great. Oh my God, something was happening inside of me, and I was like diminishing. I was feeling me dying. And I'm going, what is the problem here? I've done everything everybody told me to do. I'm dying. I was losing Mary. Why? Because nobody ever told me to show up for me. Did anybody tell you to show up for you? Who's she? The person that serves, okay? So, I work a lot with people who do world service work, because we got a lot of learning to do right now about how to fall in love with self. My point is, it brought me to a point in my 40s where the madness, the charade had to stop because I was dying. Now, I'm a child of an alcoholic. to spare the life of my fourth child, I was put to bed for 2 months on drugs that kept my baby and me for 2 months. I crossed over the line of addiction. I wasn't even drinking. I had no idea of that. None. The point is, years later, as I was dying inside of me, I learned that addictive pattern, which is my mom's, it's genetic, took me down. And I died drinking because I couldn't live here anymore. I couldn't do this for you anymore. I had nothing left of Mary. I had to leave, and I did. And I was met in the angelic kingdom. And they telepathically communicated to me, and I'll never forget it, ever. And once you've seen it all, you've seen it all, folks. And they communicated, would I come back and work with the children of the future and educate them with the resources they needed for their future? Dumbhead that I was, I said, yes. Overly enthused again. It's just my style. So I came zooming back into my body, the worst moment of my life. I had no husband, no house, had to give up my children, no job, million laughs, right? Wouldn't you think somebody would be saving you at this point? You just got a divine mission. No instruction book. Got it? Now you're going, what did I hear? What are they talking about? This planet? This time? This is ridiculous. Okay, that's 1984. So I've been milling around here for quite some time trying to do some pretty amazing things. And I'm going to get to the story of why the Toltecs are helping me now. I went ahead, I asked Spirit, I said, I have no idea what you said to me, and I have no idea what to do, so guide me. The answer was, go within, we'll show you what to do. Do you trust that or not? Yes or no? Make up your mind, it's important. I've been shown every step of the way of my mission. I do no thinking, it's overrated. Doesn't work. Even though I think I know what my vision is, God goes, no, you just made that up. Do what I tell you to do. Go where I tell you to go. Why was I sent to the Baha'i religion yesterday to check out their youth program worldwide? Now you tell me that. Because I'm supposed to be exploring what's on the planet that's working. How are we going to come together as one? I get to go to the weirdest places. Nobody knows what church I belong to. I'm here one Sunday and then there, and I'm going, this is where I'm being called. I'm just following my instructions, okay? So it gets a little confusing. I mean, wouldn't it be easier? Like, I have 16 grandchildren, and they have 6 masses a week, and they all live in this little box, and they're happy, but I don't fit in their box. So I'm just like over here, and they're going, oh, what is she doing this week? You know, if I only understood her, and I never asked them to follow me. Good grief, that'd be the worst thing I could say to them, you know, because they'd be terrified. Like, oh, no way, at least I'm fun. Thank God for that. I can put humor to anything, trust me. You know, so when I entered this passage of not knowing, it was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Because when you don't know, what do? You surrender. You go, help me. Remember we had ask and you shall receive? Remember that? Does anybody do that anymore, or do you think you know what you're doing? Unity people kind of think they know what they're doing. I don't know. Some days, yes, some days, I don't know. Okay, so I learned to surrender and go, okay, what's up for today? Where do I go? Who do you want me with? How would you like me to be there? Please have all the resources I needed. It's your plan, not mine, and start paying me well. That's how I pray. I beg for nothing. It's God's plan. You got it? It's not mine. I couldn't conjure up something like this if I tried. That's why people get really worried about me and my family. Like, God, she never goes in a straight line. It's just, you just can't keep track of her, but they can't understand why I'm happy. You know, I'm supposed to be grieving. My husband just died 3 months ago. I'm supposed to be a wreck, okay? Things have never gone faster and smoother since Vern left. Because he opened doors for me, okay? Okay, so how are we doing on time? I told Peggy she has to keep me on time because this is a lot. What do we got? Okay, let's keep going. Because I'm not following my notes. I never follow notes. Why I bother. Okay, where am I? Everybody in this room knows surrender. All of you know how to go within. I'll bet 90% even know your purpose and you're doing it. So I'm kind of preaching to the choir, you know, what profound thing could I say to you today? Probably nothing. But I've learned in the past 3 years, in all these years, I've been attempting to do what God asked me to do, which is, and it's important this week, because we found out how separate we really are in America this week. And that's not our path home, gang. All right? So when I'm called to communities, when I go into schools, I have no less than 4 races in front of me at all times. Now, how could I possibly know what they're about? I'm a white Irish woman. What would I know about? People of color, Muslims and veils, Islam, nothing. I am a walking interviewer. I ask questions. They go, they want to tell me. And I'll go, oh my God, I'd love to cooperate with you about that. I become a cheering section, like, okay, let's go do it. The connections are in listening. You have to listen. What do we teach on TV? Don't go near TV, forget your newspapers, throw them away. They're teaching us how to separate, okay? We're separating. Don't do that. There's the pain. There's your drugs, there's your killing. Ask any kid in high school, totally hopeless. No, they have no idea what you've got here yet. So the promoting style of me wants to be that bridge. I've always seen unity as a bridge, always. Why? Because when I was in the darkness of no life and no Mary, somehow grace carried me to you. And I heard something else, which carried me forward. Do you understand? It's a timing. It's a divine timing. So you may have thousands of people that are going to get ready to come to your churches soon, because it's time. Because we've got kids running around as rudderless ships. They don't have the foundation you have. They are wired differently than you are. They are here for our future. You must listen to them. Ask them questions. Ask how they want to contribute. What are their gifts? And then cooperate with them. And I'm being sent on a search ever since my husband died, July 28th. I've been sent on this search. Listen to the curriculum that is on the planet. Where are the places where we can bring the kids for them to bridge with us? That's why I'm with you today, okay? Because you're the bridge. And you're being made ready, okay? Because you already know this. Okay, so I'm going to go back, because we're going to talk about this for anybody that wants to study with us, even though we're starting Thanksgiving week. I'm just going to give you the whole book in 4 sentences, so you can be graduates by this time. But it's fun to get in there and do the work together. I can't do this for you. It's all, that class, this class, is all about you. I am not a prophet. I do not do metaphysical teachings. I do not read scriptures to you. I do none of it. I am a human being in life with you, and I've lived a lot. So I can hear you where most people can't. Because you can't fool me. Because I know the depth of children. I know the death of husbands. I know the darkness and despair of alcoholism and drugs. You can't fool me, but I can meet you. And I can say, by the way, did you ever think about this? People soar like eagles. Eagles, they will soar. I've been in treatment centers. In 45 minutes, I can have people that are in withdrawal on drugs going to Eagle School because it's inside of them. I just took them there. I said, the bad news is when I go, you're going to go back to ground A because you haven't learned your tools. So there's tools, okay? Here's what the 4 sentences of the Toltec that is core to our getting back to our real self. And you know what? Study these words. Just don't mouth them off, because we've decided when we're going like, oh, are we really doing this? How do I be impeccable with my word? That means all the charisma, all the image, all the cute little things I want you to think I'm important about, out the window. How am I impeccable with my word? I have to be real with you. I have to come from my experience. That's how we connect, folks. That's the heart message. That's what we're trying to get to. And so are the kids. They're waiting for you. And they want to be with you. They just don't know how to be with you because they're moving way faster than you are. Digital. Okay? The second one. Now, this is next to impossible. I have not seen anybody that doesn't take things personally. I got F- on that last week. I took everything personal, everything that happened to me. I'm going, boy, you are a great teacher. You really are. Just don't take it personally. Are you kidding me? I heard so much pain from our great event this week of people taking things very personally. Because you know why? We're really wounded. We're very wounded. We've got big holes in us, don't we? If we don't hear each other, if we don't ask ourselves to give this back to God, the rest of the affirmations are out the window. This takes courage. Don't make assumptions. Oh my God. Think of the judgment that we've got going on in our world with races. How we cut ourselves off because we've been taught fear about what these people are. If you could hear what I hear in a classroom, when I interview a Muslim person about their veil and how they came to America, what did they want from us, what's their gift they're going to bring to us, it would bring you to tears. And they love me, and I can't get enough of them. So my life is so blessed because I'm going to know every race that's here. Because white people are white people. They just do what they do. I already got that part nailed down, you know? The rest of it, that's how I'm going to entertain myself. I'm going to interview. But you know what? We're going to have a parade pretty soon. It's going to be really fun because we're going to do it together. And these kids want that. Always do your best. Now, what in the name of God would that mean? Always do your best? Well, I hope I'm doing my best this morning. I surrendered to Spirit. I said, look, you want them to hear, I'll do it the best I can. Didn't read my notes, never read my notes. I just wanted to be with you from my heart. I wanted to be in with you with a human heart, a human opening for us to create together the next step for humanity. We are the opening. We are the invitation. We are the invitation that all humanity is waiting for. We are not their salvation, and you will do none of their work. The reason I created the class is because you have to get in there. You've got to say goodbye to the old codes and your old patterns. You have to forgive yourself, and you've got to rewrite your script. And if you don't rewrite the script, trust me, it'll all be the same and probably worse. One other thing, and then I'm going to close. Please do not look outside yourself and think you have to join the drama that is on this planet. You are not third dimensional beings. You came to Earth. You are here. You are going to work and driving cars. Yes. You are not that internally. You are fifth dimensional beings. You know we've already opened up the dimensions. You are coming from that dimension. You are being here on earth. You are being with God's people, and you're showing them something else. So if you put your energy into the drama of any of this television, or any of these papers, or any of these lies, that these people are paid, please forgive yourself. Because it's not the truth. You are, and thank God that you know what you know today. And I will join you and co-create with you till I leave this planet. God knows when that's going to be. So thank you, Peggy, for allowing me to be here with these lovely people. It's my joy.